because we don't have time. So these are the topics in a middleware. So what is a middleware and what is a middleware? Typical architecture of web applications. What is web server? What is application server? Enterprise middleware application. What is JVM, EJB, okay, and other knowledge based on things. Okay, we'll see one by one. So first we'll go to the web server. Okay, this is last class part only. Guys, you must go to this link. Okay, to know about what is a web server and all. It is quite easy. Okay, so what is web server? We'll go first. Okay, so here is a web server. Is software that uses HTTP and a protocol to respond client re- request made over the World Wide Web. And then main job of a web server is display website content through storing, processing, delivering web pages to users. What is the HTTP protocol port number? 80. Port number is 80. 80. And HTTPS 443. Port number is 443. Different web servers are there, so we'll go through what is a web server first, and we'll go to the different type of web server also. Guys, this is a web server and here is my client. So what will happen here? Web client will send a request. Client will send a request to web server. So what request he will send? The request name is HTTP request. So client send, this is the client, and this is a web server. Client send a HTTP request. Okay. So server receive the request and it will send a response. Send a response. Send a response to the client. So that is called a HTTP response. Send a response to the client. Again, I will tell. So client send a request to HTTP server, web server, and web server receive a request and respond to the client. So this is two terminologies, right? Request and response. Next, when I send a request, when I send a request, okay, when I send a request, so web server receive the request. Web server receive the request. So we'll put a better black color only. Okay, so it is receive a request. Based on the request, whatever the request it is, so it will create a page and it will send a response to the page will be sent to client. Okay, so this is respond with a HTML page or a page, depends upon the web server type and page given, so it will give a response. Okay, it will send a web page respond with a web page. Respond with a web page. Usually web pages in the format of HTML web pages. So always HTML only to use. What is HTML? Hypertext markup language. What is HTML? Hypertext markup language. This is HTTP. Hypertext.
Hypertext Transfer Protocol.
Yes. Trans. So when we are sending a HTTP request, the web server is nothing but a HTTP server only. Whatever it is a HTTP type of server only. So of course HTTPS S means over SSL encrypt the HTTP data. That's it. So when you send a request, it will based on your request, it will check the what request is done and it will send to web page. Means in the form of generally HTML format only. So all we are web pages in the HTML formats only. Okay. Next. Next step is like a what is a okay different type of web servers. Different type of web servers are there. So one is types of web server. So here it is HTTP web server, Apache HTTP server, Microsoft information Internet Information Service like a IIS server, Light Lig HTTPD, uh, Java System Web Server, Jigsaw. Like these are the different web servers are there. So already I given a list of that web servers. Apache web server from Apache. You can directly download Apache web server from Apache. It is more suitable in a Linux environment. Okay, so then we can also put it in a other things. IIS is a Microsoft web server only. NGIX server. Okay, and Lightspeed web server, Tomcat web server. Okay, but Tomcat is also not only just a server; it is also is a application based server also. It runs the certain applications. Okay, so you can see here Tomcat is listed among other sources like a Java application server. Some examples are Wildfire, JBoss, Glassfish. These are all web servers, but include application servers also. Node.js is a basically JavaScript environment used for network application kind of stuff. Uh, it is a light TPD or a light TPD actually it is. These are the web servers. I have written here Microsoft IIS from Apache. It is HTTP server, Tomcat, Glassfish, NGX, like that. Little different web servers are available. Light HTTPD. So different web servers are there. Next, whatever the web server it is, there is a two type of website are there. One is static website, another one is dynamic website. So what is the static website? Static website. So very simple. In my web server, I have a store folder, like for example, so here in this one I have a web pages. I have a web pages, for example, index.html, or maybe course.html. Okay, course.html, um, interview questions. Okay, html, like that. Some pages I have. Okay, so usually we have to tell in one place only, and I have a very good pictures for understanding. Okay, so it will take time. So what I done, so the client is requested like this: I want index.html. We contacted a web server, I want index.html. So receive the request receive the request, and it will send this index.html to client. So it will send index.html to client. Okay, so next, and client request course.html, client request course.html. So server receive, okay, client need a course.html page, and it will send a course.html page. Client required a interview.html page, then is send interview.html page to the client. Okay, now client request um, fees.html files. Okay, fees.html page. Just for example, I'm telling all these things. Okay, for understand. So client request fees.html. Is fees.html is there here? Not there. Obviously it will send a response. Of course it will send a response, like a 404 response, page not found response, page not found response. There's a different type of response also there. So if page is available, it send a page. If page is not available, it send 404, page is not available. Okay, so that is, it will send page is not available, page is not there. So that is the request and response and static website. Okay, so it is just a page only. So for example, if you see here, only I have a pages, so you can see here I have a pages only. Can you insert any data here? Can you insert any data here? You can't insert. You have to view, you have to study, and you have to leave it. That's it. You can't able to um, uh, go through putting a data, getting output. We don't it. So if you see here, it is also page only. Of course there is a page options are there, like you can go to interview questions, Microsoft Active Directory interview questions, and so let I click on it. So what is an Active Directory, what is the forest, what is SOL, domain admin, enterprise admin. Okay, log files. So there is, it's only pages are available. Can you put any data inside? You can't put it. We can't query some information from it. For example, I want to book a ticket. So already yesterday I showed one thing, right? Make my trip type. So I open this website. For example, I want to travel from Pune to Hyderabad. I want to travel Pune to Hyderabad. So on which date? Maybe tomorrow, for example. Just for an example, I want to query. Just as put a search. So I can able to put the data, and I can able to query. So I will get the information display on the screen. So what this type of thing is, we call it as a dynamic website. What we think it will be called as a dynamic website. What is a dynamic website? What is a dynamic website? So client request some information. So you want some information from web server. The web server receive the information. When it is a formal request, it's a basic page only, it will display. But web server, when we put some query in it, first it will understand the query, and it is shows like this. It check its application. It's in application, it will put that information, and application, based on application, okay, it will contact a database. This is a database. Okay, it will verify the query. So first of all, it will convert your query into database format, and it will query from the database. It query from the database, and the database will give you information. This is my information from the database. And application, what it will do, application, it put this database into a page, and it will send to the client as a response, as a response. Just example, here I put a query Pune to Hyderabad travel on a Saturday, and I click on a search. Automatically, it the application understand what is the user source and destination date. So it will send information to. It will create a query, and the query is going to database. The database is give the information to application. Application take the information from database and put it in a page, and you will get a response of that page here like this. Okay, so this is your dynamic website. This is, we call it as a dynamic website. Here pages are a one single maybe a common page. It's a page only. It's a response is web page response only we are getting. But how we are getting, this application is understand your request and create a web page and respond according to it. So this is I said a picture, right? Already I told where I got these things from JSP and servlet part only. That is we seen the client asking for a page, and it will give a HTML response. This is static request. This is dynamic request. So client is asking for a list of students. The query is going to server. Okay, client, the query is going to server. So server will check it is web container about this related information from the servlet mapping, and it is found that application according to it. So you can see here it is. If I can able to write on it, then you can write draw. We can draw. Okay, we'll see a small one, and maybe in red color is better. Now it is good. Okay, so when it is checking based on a user request, it will verify in a web.xml. So this is will tell where this thing is available, where this is related application is available. Okay, so it will search in that program. So according to it, so it will contact web database, and take the database, put it in a page, or create a page like this, and send the page to web server only. The web server send this one as a response. HTTP request, HTTP response. This is only we are seeing here. But what is happening here? These many things. What is happening here? These many things. Okay. Again, see again. Client send a query. The query name is list of student. Server verify what type of query it is. What type of query, list of students. So where it is located. and it will contact that program only, and in the program it will write a logic. So based on that, so it will verify the query, means what is the information requirement. So database, get the data from database and put it in a page. It will create a page and it will send that page to server. The server send as a response to the client. So this is a dynamic request. Okay, here you can see client and server communicate with the help of HTTP. HTTP is a protocol that contains web specific features. HTTP responsible sending file from source to destination completely. Client send HTTP request, server response HTTP response. Understand, client to server is HTTP request, server to client is a HTTP response. Different type of requests are there, different methods are there. So URL, HTTP method, optional parameters and all. So get method, post method, put method, delete options are there. So when you see get, post, put kind of stuff, it is a belongs to HTTP only. Get, post, put, delete options like that, if you see, it is HTTP, belongs to HTTP only. So what is this get method and post method? We'll see. Anytime if you want to something from the server, we will use get. Anytime if you want to give something to the server, we will use post. There are the two major methods we are using in a web communication. That is, one is get, another one is post. Very simple is, you want to get information from the server. You want to get information from the server, we use request is as a get request. Like we'll send a request, so it will give based on your request, so it will do get method only. Okay, so when you want to submit some application or email account you want to create it, so you are giving information, right? You are filling the application, you are submitted. So then that kind of stuff is like a post method. But in a reality, both are almost same only. So only thing is how it is present on the screen. I will forward these things. Okay, get and post methods. Of course, there is a put, delete. Some options also available. Those are there. But majorly, get and post is a main part of things. So where am I? Here it is there, right? So you can see it represent in a different way. So this is the question mark and like this. So we can understand this is a get method. So I want to get information. I'm not submitting information. I'm not logging. I'm not paying. Like so, this I'm not giving information. I'm just try to get information. This is a query is like this. You can see a question mark like this. Okay, you can see PNQ Hyderabad date. So this is the information I given. So this is the from to date. Can you see this one here? Trip type, and this is one part. So and will divide the parts like this. Okay, the question mark represents so what is you are doing search like that. Okay, so actually I have a system, but last part is not working properly, so I have to go to the first one. Okay, this is, so understand dynamic website and static website. Static website means your client send a request, server will server server search for a page. If page is available, it's sent to the client. If page is not available, direct page only, it is direct page, So if page is not available, it will send a response like 404, like that of response. Okay, page not available type of response. What is a dynamic website? Dynamic website is also we are accessing a page. So initially one single page, then we are putting a query, or maybe you are giving an information, or you want to get an information from the web server. So dynamic website is controlled by an application. So anything, any application, Java servlet, or maybe MVC controllers, or any frameworks, we can use it. So what it will do, or HTML programming, or maybe it can be a HTML programming, or can be a PHP programming. The server side, the programming things are there, right? So it will understand based on your request. So what is your main part of request? So it understand and track the information from databases or other applications, and create a web page based on your information, and give the base to the clients. So that is dynamic website. This is our actual web server, right? Okay, so where am I located? Where is the page actually I creating? Here it is. So in a dynamic website, also different things will occurs like ASP, Cold Fusion, Go, JavaScript, Perl, PHP, Ruby, like this. Client side scripting also there, like a JavaScripting, action scripting used for dynamic HTML. Combination will get a Ajax is also there.
So can we call dynamic website as a web application?
Yeah, without a web application, without a web application, so you cannot do dynamic website. For a for a dynamic websites, we need a compulsory application thing. So then web application means that it's an application which support and interacts with your website, support or interact with your website. So that is a web application, right? What is need a web application means it contains an application. These are the front-end technologies like HTML, JavaScript, JSP, PHP is also front-end technology, but it is server-side scripting. JSP is a server-side scripting, so you need a server. Programming, different programming, Java, .NET, C Sharp, Python, different programming we are using inside of this one. Just to know the terminologies are important. That's it. So you don't need more things here. Okay. So what it is, like what are the front end technologies, and now what is a front end? What is a front end? That is, it's so important, right? What is a front end? Web servers, web programmings like HTML, JavaScript, PHP. These are all front end only. Means I'm using a web page, right? So that is a front end. I'm using a web page. So I open a web page. I do query something, or maybe I open some details. I want to read something from it. So these are all front ends only. So what is user interaction? That is called a front end. Okay. So this is a user. User get a web page from the web server. Okay. This web server and the technology we use like a HTML, PHP, CSS, or if you are using JavaScript. This is a front end technologies. This is a front end technology. You are interacting with them directly. Okay. What is a back end technology? What is back end technology? In a back end of this one is a databases. Is a database. So what are the different databases are available? So this is called a backend. So this is a backend. This is a web server. Okay, web server, and this is a backend. This is front end. This is front end. So what are the things you use like in a front end will? What are the different type of databases? MySQL, Oracle SQL, or MS SQL. What are you use it in a databases that is comes under backend technologies. Then what is the middleware? Middleware in between these two things. Middleware actually maintain these application connections. Okay, application servers, applications, middleware related applications. It will maintain applications, making a connections, and um, storing that application data. So this will be middleware. So majorly three parts are there: front end, back end, and middleware. So this middleware will maintain these applications. Application can be anything: Java program, or maybe .NET program, C Sharp program, or C Sharp .NET, ASP.NET, or a Java servlets, anything. It can be a application, can be anything. So middleware maintain this application, and also middleware try to make a connection between these things. So when a client query something in web server, okay, so some data information that will forward to this application, and application do work take information from database and send a web page to web server. The web server will forward that HTML web page to the client. So this is what happens. Okay, next, what this middleware, different type of middlewares also available. So one is, some are like not exactly middlewares, but it is also a application server, middleware server, web server. Small differences are there. Okay, if you take Tomcat is a web server and as well as a application server also. Okay, if you take WebLogic server, it is a application server only. It means it's a middleware server. It maintain EJBs. That's the difference. So if you want a difference between things, I already told Durga soft videos. There you can find that the differences. Okay, is it open or not? I have to verify. I have no guarantee on that one, but where am I located? So I have to see that one. Okay, just I'm continuing this one. So here it is. Middleware servers. So different type of server, like a Oracle is providing WebLogic server. Okay, and Red Hat JBoss, now it is called as a Wildfly. IBM WebSphere, like this. So backend servers are database servers. Okay, MySQL, Oracle SQL, Microsoft SQL Server, or MariaDB, like that. Any DBs we are discussing. And this is it in this information. Okay, like there are different type of servers also I mentioned here. Tomcat kind of stuff. I didn't mention or what? We'll see that one. This is only WebLogic server related questions only. So I want middleware. I think I have a page for the middleware, right? Okay, you can see a database server, application, portal, service oriented architecture, and web servers are included in these concepts. Okay, use of middleware, transaction management, application server, security, message queuing, okay, directory, and web servers. So type of middlewares are message oriented middleware, procedure call, database middleware, application programming interface, object middleware, transaction processing middleware, robotic middleware, integration middleware, application framework, device middleware, portal, like this. No, this is so much of data is there. So examples of common middlewares: Red Hat JBoss or Wildfly middleware, IBM WebSphere, Oracle WebLogic Server. These are the most common names of middleware. Okay. Of course, databases. I told. So how to do it? We can't tell. So where is this on or not? I don't know whether it is working or not also. Okay. So these are terminologies, things are there. Next, JDBC. I will continue, but okay. So one second. When I type web application thing, and also we'll get a application server also. You can get easy information from the tutorial points also. Okay. Tomcat, IBM WebSphere, okay, iPlanet Web Server, JBoss, like these are all combination of both the things. Resin, Resin, web servers. So application server is E compresses web container as well as EJB container. Application server organized run almost all enterprise application. Application server may be responsible to server that mean to how to put a operating system, hosting and application services for user IT service organizations, and it is similar interface protocol as RPS and RMI protocol used. Example: WebLogic, WebSphere, IBM. This is a Oracle. This one. So what happened here? Internet people query and web server, and it is forward the information to application. So web pages and graphic files are in web server, and application. So template pages, coding are there. So this is a one architecture to explain. Web server and application server differences. It is. You have one more point I will tell. So if you take a certain web servers like a Tomcat servers, Tomcat is not purely it contains Tomcat server contain web server part. Web server part is there, and as well as Tomcat also can able to deal with the servlet. Okay, servlet is also a Java program only, just Java class. Servlet is nothing but a Java class. Tomcat also can able to deliver JSP pages, Java server pages. JSP means Java server pages. Tomcat also can handle PHP. Okay, like this. But Tomcat cannot handle EJB, Enterprise Java Beans. It means if you want to run a web server with a certain application and database, so Tomcat is enough. Tomcat is enough. But when you go to the enterprise web server, when you go to the enterprise web servers, like enterprise Java Beans, you must require a WebLogic servers kind of stuff. WebLogic server kind of stuff. Okay. understand that one. So we need a WebLogic server or a IBM Sphere like that to build any enterprise applications. EJB, Enterprise Java Beans. Next, what is this WebLogic servers or application servers? Pure application servers like WebLogic servers will do. Already I told there is a web server, database server, and application is there. What is this WebLogic server will do? In WebLogic server, we'll create domains. We'll put some domain name also. For example, name of the domain is Vedic. This is just Vedic soft is my domain. Just a domain. It's not like your domain. It is domain. In this one, I will mention who is my web server and where it is located. Who is my web server and where it is located. For example, this is my web server, and web server also having an IP address, and it is also having a type, Apache web server, or maybe IIS web server, or maybe it can be any type of web server, and it has some version also, 6, 7, 8, anything version is there, right? So I have to mention in the WebLogic. WebLogic I have to mention which users are accessing this web server. Users accessing permissions also we can give from the WebLogic server. Next, where is my database server? Where is my database server? What type of database? What is IP address of it? What type of database server it is? It means, for example, I am using MySQL server. So I have to type MySQL server. And what database name? Table name, database name. DB name is also there, no? So particular DB name like a Vedic DB. How to mention Vedic DB in the database related one. Next, where is your application? Where you store application or maybe a function of application? That application details you have to give. What type of application you are using? This one. So I store application in different server, for example. Nothing. Okay. I store application here or a type of application. What are the environment is there? Do you use a Java 7? Means Java Enterprise Edition 7, Java Enterprise Edition 8, or JDK 8, or JDK 10, or JDK 11, or what type of application, and all these things information you have to give. What is this domain in the WebLogic? WebLogic, we can create a multiple domains. We can create a multiple domains in the WebLogic server, and we have to tell so where the location of other servers. So this make a common point of everyone. So it can run for everyone, including user information, user access permissions, okay, server informations, location of the servers, and type of servers for one web application purpose. So WebLogic server major target is, okay, enterprise enterprise web application purpose. The purpose of WebLogic server is enterprise web application purpose. To do that one, so we use EJBs, enterprise Java beans. If you are using Java thing, so we'll put enterprise Java beans. Okay. What is enterprise web application and normal web application? If you go over with the enterprise web application thing, so you have to maintain multiple enterprise applications also there, right? So all related to one project. For example, make metric. For example, make metric. Make metric. So how to mention here, make in WebLogic make metric project it is, and what are the web servers, what are the applications, or what are the database servers, all other databases server, Google queries, like how to make a connections from in a, you have to I have to make a connections in a WebLogic server. and without a platform dependency, like any platforms not working. It is your database can be anything, any type of database you can use it, any type of web server you use it, any type of application you can use it, but everything we can able to put it in WebLogic server. Okay, so major of this application servers like a or a middleware servers like a WebLogic server or this kind of stuff. So mainly for enterprise web application. Web application website is as again there is a small differences are there. So that's it is confuse you more. Hmm. Is it working or not? Also, I don't know. So it's a older version of enterprise. Okay. This is I use only for DB connection only, database connection purpose only. At least I will try to show you that one. This is a database connection purpose. Everything is showing red color because of some mistakes are there inside. Yeah, server is not running. That's why maybe it is showing that kind of stuff. Okay, so it's okay. So leave it this one. Okay, so that's it. So it is. I took